What is up, everyone? Kamal, Nehme here, and this is a new episode of Car Talks, lockdown edition, of course. Today's episode is about being rich versus looking rich. Let's go. Looking rich has been the goal or the thing that people aim for a lot of time, and to be honest, I see it a lot here in Lebanon. I think in Lebanon it's it's really famous. It's really done looking rich because people here in Lebanon, people who give a fuck, people who give way too much fucks about what other people think. So they try to actually look rich. They try to actually look bigger than they are, just to appease to other people, or just to look like they are above other people, because they care so much about what other people think. And the thing is about looking rich, I think it's all about insecurities. It's all about not being confident in who you are. It's all about actually giving a fuck what people think, which actually backfires on you, and it's never really helpful. So this is what I want to talk about today. Now, what does looking rich mean? Looking rich means buying things that you can't afford, or it's not that you can't afford. It's technically you can afford, but you actually, in reality, can't afford, just so that you can look like you're somebody that's of value. So, for example, your salary is $1,000. Okay, after all the expenses, you are left with $800 or $700. You go and buy a watch for $500, and you're left with $200. Then you go and buy a necklace for $100. This means looking rich. You're buying things to look rich, or oh hey, I have a watch that costs $500. I'm fucking cool. Or I have a necklace that costs $100. What do you have? But in reality, you're only left with $100 for the rest of the month, which clearly is not enough. But you decided to spend more than 50% of your salary on things just to look rich, or just to look like you're somebody that's of value, just to please people you don't actually like. Like, just to please people, like, oh, I hate this guy, I want to show him that I'm rich, or I want to show him that I'm better than him, so I go buy a watch that costs more than fucking half my salary. This is looking rich. Or go and take a bank loan for 5 years, paying more than half of your salary on your bank fees, just to get a car that looks fancy, but in reality you're beating yourself up every month just to try to get the payment. And if something breaks in the car, you can't afford to fix it because your salary is not enough, and the parts are really expensive because it's a fancy car. This is looking rich, and this is done way too much in Lebanon. Of course, because everybody thinks about other people and not about themselves. Everybody thinks about what the other people are talking about them. Oh, what if they tell me that I'm poor? What if they say that, oh, this man doesn't have a fancy watch? This means he's not doing good. Guys, for me, I am the cheapest person on earth when it comes to material things. I never buy a piece of clothing more than $20. I'm being very serious. I never bought a piece of clothing that costs more than $20, more than $30. Never. I never do that. Because clothes are not important for me, to be very honest. I have like six hoodies. They're all black. They're all basically the same, which is why if you follow me on Instagram and you watch my stories, you might think that I'm wearing the same thing every single day. But I basically have this hoodie. I have like 3 of this. Like sometimes it's not there isn't anything written on it. I have 2 pure black hoodies. I have 2 gray hoodies. That's it. I have these 6 pieces of clothing I wear, the hoodies. I have about 5 to 6, 7 shirts that I wear, and that's it. I have 2 jeans. It's not because, oh, I want to save money. It's because these are not important for me. It's because I don't like to overpay for brands. I don't like to I think it's stupid. For me, I think it's stupid. I understand why people do it. I understand why people do it if they have the money for it. I just think it's fucking idiot. It's fucking stupid. It's fucking bad. And it just shows how insecure the person is if you're spending money on a brand just because it's a brand, but at the same time you can't afford it. And just a disclaimer, if you can't afford it, just go have fun, buy all the fucking brands that you want. Like, for me, I'm being very serious. If I make like $50,000 a month, I would buy a fancy car. If I make $100,000 a month, I would buy a fancy car, because I know that I can afford to buy 3 fancy cars. Then I buy it. It's not about, oh, I hate fancy things. Oh, you should go simple. No, Like, I'm being very serious. If I had the money, I would buy a Lamborghini. Yes, not I would not buy a Lamborghini because I don't love it. I would buy a Corvette because it's one of my favorite cars. But yes, I would buy a fancy car. I would buy a supercar. I would buy a good-looking watch, but only if I can actually afford it, and if I actually can buy it two times at the same time. Uh-huh. Okay, come on. Okay, before we continue, I would like to tell you about my sponsor, TIKI. TIKI is a new platform that allows you to take control of your own data and actually make money from it. In 2020, more than $382 billion was made off of your data and you didn't make a single penny from it. This is what will TIKI allow you to do. Go to the link in my description, mytiki.com/Kamal, sign up your email, and actually start taking control of your data. Tiki needs about 10,000 sign-ups so that they can start launching, and there are about 1,200 left. Back to you, Kamal. But if the price of the car is literally more than half of my salary, why? I think it's stupid to buy it. So the thing is about being rich and looking rich is it's not the hate on fancy things, it's the hate on fancy things when you can't afford them. Go buy fancy things. Go buy Gucci belts. Go buy Rolexes. Go buy gold necklaces if you can afford them. If you can actually pay for them. If you can actually afford them. But if you can't afford them, if you're down on that, if you have that, if you have bank loans, if you're not making enough money, and then you go decide to buy fancy things, it's super idiotic and it's just based on insecurities. Why the fuck would you need to look rich if you're not actually rich, just to please other people you don't like, just to please people that might not even give a fuck about you? But in your own head, you created that mindset. You created that. Like, the people you try to impress might not even know you exist, might not even think about you, but you created this idea in your head that, oh, this person thinks of me a lot, so I should look like I'm some person of value. I should look rich just to impress him. And to be honest, I'd rather people think of me as someone that's a failure. Let me say it straight. I love people to think of me as a failure. One, because I love being underestimated and then coming out and say, fuck you, this is what I did, or to say, like, fuck you, this is what I'm gonna do, and stick it in their faces. I love that. I love people when they underestimate me or somebody, and then this person or me comes out and beats the hell out of them and sticks it in their mouths. So the thing is, if you can afford looking rich, just go fucking ham. Go gold plate your teeth. I don't care. Nobody cares if you can actually afford it. But if you can't afford it, guys, just stick to who you are. Stick to what you can afford. Stick to know how to manage your money. This is another topic on Car Talks that I'm going to be talking about, which is money management. But stick to your own thing. Nobody gives a fuck about you. Nobody gives a fuck about me. Nobody gives a fuck if I'm doing well in life or not. Nobody gives a fuck about if you're doing well in life or not. Trust me, trust me, trust me. People don't give a fuck. People don't even think about you. Work on your own self. Focus on your own self. Focus on your own journey. Focus on your own thoughts about yourself. Guys, he's not a fan, he's my friend, but he wants to take a picture.
Hey. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, this is the future. This is the legend. This is the Lebanese Gary.
Okay, so that was awkward. Okay, this was my friend. He's one of the people that actually support me the most. I've known him for a while, and he was just passing by, and he wanted to. Yeah, as I was saying, I forgot forgot what I was saying. Okay, to wrap things up as a whole, looking rich versus being rich. Guys, please focus on being rich. It's not focus on being rich. Focus on being happy with yourself. It's not about being rich. It's about loving yourself the way you are. It's about accepting yourself the way you are and not letting other people's judgment get to you, and not letting other people's thoughts get to you. Because trust me, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. This is the thing that I live by, is that nobody fucking cares. Nobody cares if I become the best businessman in the world. Nobody cares if I make $1 million per month. Nobody cares. Not even my friends. Nobody cares. I care. I'm doing this for me. I'm not doing this to impress my friends, not to impress my family. Definitely not to impress some person that I don't know that just hating on me, or just talk to me once. I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for my own happiness, for my own journey, and for my own legacy. So yes, if people are underestimating you, it's good to stick it in their face, and it's good to show them that please stop judging people. But at the same time, do it for you. Let the drive be you, to your journey, your own passion, your own goal, your own legacy. looking rich versus being rich, I think it's a stupid debate, because there's no debate. There's no debate between those. It's neither looking rich nor being rich. It's being happy with who you are, and it's being happy with what you're doing, and being confident. Like, I'm super fucking confident going out with a hoodie that costs $10, and a piece of sneakers that costs $20, and that's it. I'm very happy. I'm very happy going out with a beat up old phone. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please drop in the comment and tell me what would you like me to talk about next in the new Car Talks episodes. If you have something that you would like my opinion on, also drop it in the comment. Like this video, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. Tweet me on at itskamal.nehme, or DM me on Instagram at kamal.nehme. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching. Peace.